Good morning, dear student. In last week, we have discussed the story Last Sleep written by Catherine Mansfield, and we have seen some psychic uh, personality of the protagonist Rosemary Fell, how she is very fond of buying the antique piece, and how she is so wealthy that she can get each and every luxuries in the world. But when she visits the antique shop in Curzon Street, she just could not get that enamel box because she hadn't have that much money. So she get little we can say sad, unhappy, the little type of the strange pang she feels as she couldn't get that enamel box because of the lack of money. And it seems her that each and everything happening in front of her eyes uh, became the dull, unenthusiastic, and that is annoying to her eyes. And because she personally is so sad that each and everything happening in front of her eyes seems sad to her. And when just she was looking for something to happen, and just she thought about taking a fresh tea, and just she was thinking about that particular taking fresh tea, one incident happens there. A frail, thin girl, shadowy, had she come and was standing at Rosemary's elbow, and voice like sigh and almost like sob, breathe and mom, may I speak to you a moment? And that little girl, that young girl, frail girl, asked Rosemary for money to have a cup of tea. Up to this point, we have discussed the story. Let us see what happens after that. Speak to me. When that particular strange girl asks Rosemary, can I speak to you, ma'am? In response to that questions, Rosemary turned and said, speak to me. She saw a little battered creature with enormous eyes, someone quite young, no older than herself, who clutched at her coat collar with reddened hands and shivered as though she had just come out of water. Ma'am, stammered the voice, would you let me have the price of cup of tea? That this is the little description about that little frail, young girl, that she was shivering because of the cold. She was frail, that's what feel she feels the lot of cold there, and that's why just she was clutched, means she was just has the coat dollar which reddened hands and shiver as though she had just been out of the water. And in that situation, she just asks for the price to have cup of tea to Rosemary Fell. Then response of that questions, the response of to that the begging, that plea, the Rosemary answers, a cup of tea. There was something simple, sincere in that voice. It wasn't in the least the voice of beggar. Then have you no money at all? Asked Rosemary. And when that young girl, the stranger girl, asks for the price to have a cup of tea, means the very little money that particular strange girl wants to get a cup of tea. And as far as the attitude of Rosemary Fell is concerned, it seems her that strange, that how can be there anyone that that person doesn't have at least money to get cup of tea. Means as far as Rosemary Fell is concerned, she is so wealthy. Didn't she never has experienced such type of scarcity of money that she even haven't hasn't that to get that cup of tea. So as far as that strange girl is concerned, when Rosemary hears about the condition of that lady, that that particular girl even doesn't have to get the cup of tea, doesn't have that much money to even get cup of tea, that seemed little strange to the eyes of Rosemary Pell, and she just tries to we can say the confirm the news, and she said in return that really you don't have that much money to have cup of tea. A cup of tea, there was something simple. No, ma'am, come the answer. And that from that young girl, answer comes, and he says simply, no, ma'am, I don't have that much money to have cup of tea. How extraordinary! Rosemary peered through the dusk. Dusk means when sun sets and there is not total evening, there is not total dark. After setting of sun, there is little light and little half light and half night, we can say, and that time is called dusk. Means there is not totally, there is no sun to shower light on the earth, and there is also not so dark. That the period between the setting of sun and getting evening, that transition period is called dusk. Means we can say the time of 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. 7 p.m. between that period is called dusk. How extraordinary! The Rosemary peered through the dusk, and the girl gazed back at her. How more than extraordinary! Suddenly it seems to Rosemary such an adventure. It seems to Rosemary such an adventure. It was like something out of a novel of Dostoevsky. This meaning in the dusk, this meeting in the dusk. Supposing she took the girl home, supposing she did do one of those things she was always reading about or seeing on the stage, what would happen then? It would be thrilling. She heard herself saying afterwards, to the amazement of her friends, I simply took her home with me, as she stepped forward and said to that dim person beside her, come home to tea with me. And this is the condition of that poor girl, condition of that frail girl seems to Rosemary very strange, because she even can't imagine that there is anyone in this whole world that even doesn't have that much money to have cup of tea. So that is very strange thing that happened in the life of Rosemary Pell, and she thinks that generally she is very fond of reading the novels and other literature, and she has only, Rosemary Pell has only experienced such type of thing only in books, only in dramas, on the stage. In real life she never encountered such type of person that having that don't have even that much money to have cup of tea. Such a poor person in his life, it was the first encounter in his life to such poor person that even don't have doesn't have that much money to have cup of tea. And she just imagine the atmosphere described in the novels and stage and in the dramas, and how the benevolent person in this world try to do something for the farewell of or betterment of the downtrodden people. How the heroes in the novel always try to always is ready to help the other, help the needy, help the poor. How the heroes in the dramas and novels and movies are always ready to help other. And she also imagine, and she imagined that she has just got a chance to be like hero or heroine in the novels, in the dramas, and in the, because in real life she never encountered such a situation that she even never got such chance. She in previous life, in her real life, never got such chance to do something for others. And through that poor girl, through that frail girl, she just got that chance to do something for others. And she just tried to imagine the novel of Dostoevsky, where the generally peoples are heroes or heroine do something for others, and just imagine the stage that is Dama is performing on the stage, and in the same way she got the chance to do something for others with the through that particular lady. And she even just imagine, and I will be discussing that whole incident with my friends, and I will be just telling them, I would be telling them how I just take that particular girl in my home and take a tea with her, and such type of benevolent thing I can do in my life. This can be the matter of discussion with my friends for the amazement of myself. Such imagination is going on in the mind of Rosemary Fail after encountering that poor and strange girl. The girl drew back startled after Rosemary Fail says that you must come to my home to get a cup of tea. Why don't you come with me? In our home we would get the cup of tea together. But as far as this poor girl is concerned, she is a little skeptic about the behavior of that Rosemary Fail, and that girl drew back startled. Startled means they just get shocked, and she even stopped shivering for a moment, as she was shivering because of the cold atmosphere outside and because of that rain. And just when Rosemary asked her to come with her to get a cup of tea in her home, and that proposal even startled, even shocked that lady, that young girl, and she just stopped shivering for a moment because of that shock. Rosemary put out a hand and touched her arm. I mean it. I really mean it. I just wanted you. I just want you to get you in my home, and we will have the cup of tea together. I mean it, she said, smiling, and she felt how simple and kind her smile was. Why won't you do come home with me now in my car and have a tea? And he just keep proposal in front of that stranger girl. You must come with me to have a cup of tea in my home. You don't mean it, ma'am, said the girl. There was a pain in her voice. But as far as that stranger girl, that poor girl is concerned, she even never imagined such type of treatment from the rich people, because rich people never try to be such close or such emphatic towards the poor girl. Just if any beggar demands them the money, they just throw the money at them and just go out or proceed. But as far as that Rosemary Fail is concerned, so when Rosemary Fail put proposal towards that lady that you must come in my home to have cup of tea, that girl gets startled, that girl gets little shocked or frightened, because such type of behavior from the rich people towards the poor, she never we can say she never imagine about that. She never expect that thing could happen in the life of poor people, that any rich person get that poor person to their home to have cup of tea. Such type of incident she never imagine even, or never expect that poor lady. That's why she gets startled and she is little frightened, and she is little hesitant to get into the car. And you don't mean it, madam, said the girl, and there was pain in her voice, because she is little frightened at the proposal put forward by the Rosemary Fail. But I do, cried Rosemary. I really want you to come with me in my home, to my home, and where we would take a cup of tea together. I want you to please me, for my happiness, for my peace. I want you, come along. And that Rosemary Fail insists that you must come, because it's my pleasure. For my pleasure, I am getting you in my home. And the girl put her finger to her lip, and her eyes devoured Rosemary. And after the insistent of Rosemary Fail, she just compelled to think that strange girl, should I go with her or not? Just she put her finger to her lip and her eyes devoured me. Just she start thinking whether should I go with her or not. And You are not taking me to the police station, she stammered. And that young girl, that poor girl, even get frightened, because she thought at that time that she would take me to the police station, and that is the fear in the mind of that poor lady. Then what is the response of Rosemary Fail? The police station. Rosemary laughed out. Why should I be so cruel? No, I only want to make you warm, to hear anything you care to tell me, and just I want to be benevolent. I want to be good to you. Just I want to do something for you. That's why I am getting to my home. I am not here to harm you and to get you to this police station, because I am not so cruel that I just want to do something for you. That's why I am insisting that you must with me to my home. So dear children, it is okay for the remaining portion we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.